All right, grab that third rail, Jimbo. Phil, do you want to read the Taylor question?
All right, so Taylor's asked, so mortgage offset / points hacking. Planning ahead because our place isn't ready and I'm just excited.
Oh, yeah.
We are wanting to have our pays go into our offset account and live off the credit card to accrue points and pay the total balance off from the offset account.
What could go wrong?
We mostly fly Virgin and their partner airlines, and I think we want to focus on earning Flybuys points. The monthly spend would be around $10,000 a month, so $120,000 a year. Who does this? Is it worth the effort? Does anyone know what the best way to compare options is?
What's your view on this point? Do you guys point hack?
I personally don't. I pay, so I used to live like this and then decided that actually it wasn't worth it because, you get caught out once and start paying interest and you start paying the interest on your credit card, it completely wipes any benefits. So we now structure our monthly spend. We put it into a bank account, and I did a budget 12 months ago and worked out what was our yearly spend, and then cut it down a little bit. And so now we put that amount of money into a bank account, and we spend from cash for everything.
Yeah,
and it's helped us mentally. Helped us go, all right, this is our limit towards the end of the month. If there's not enough money in there, then we stop spending.
we do the same, very similar. We have different bank accounts for a few different things and we save intentionally into them. And the day we get paid, it moves into all these buckets. We leave a bit of a buffer in the main one just in case we get the big bill like you've done. You've done the 12 months. We kind of just fluctuate and let it roll like that, but not leaving too much.
And so could you do that with a credit card being the spending option and
it's so much harder because we run – the way we run it, we do this with clients, right? We kind of practice what we preach in this sense of we've got a bills account. We split the fun and the boring. So without getting too technical, we're looking at, well, what's always going to be there? That comes out of one account. What are the decisions that we're making? Lifestyle, if we're going to the pub, we're doing those things, they come out of another. But essentially they're getting enough per fortnight for what we should need. And that's it. And so you're conscious, right? You just said it. You're actually setting the behavior in a way that you're spending your money. So it hurts a little bit more when you do it. And on the flip side, the credit card, everything goes on there. It's impossible to know that you're on top of your spending.
Yeah.
And like we've met all extremes of client, right? Even the most frugal people can slip up a little bit with that. And when you slip up, that's your balance of cost versus points.
Yeah.
Right. So if you miss, you overspend, all of a sudden, to be honest, I tuned out because before I saw the who does this, is it worth it? I don't know the answers to those because and we'll get shot down for this, right? But it is very rare.
My comment is you're so rich and wealthy, you don't need a points hack. Is that why you have that opinion?
No, that's why we set it up. That's why we set it up in that way, that if we're intentionally saving, and points is, for us, if we were points hacking, we'd be traveling with it, right? So we intentionally save our travel budget into a cash account and make it happen. Where does it work? Where's there a good balance? I think have the credit card if you've got yourself off the L plates with that structure, whatever that needs to look like. Have the credit card for the big stuff. When you buy your travel, then you might get free travel insurance with the card, with the right card. Those types of things.
And then you just clear it off straight away.
Yeah.
It's effectively paying it with cash.
So for someone who needs a bit of that, you could go to that happy medium. And I've had lots of debates with clients with this stuff over the years.
You points hack, Glen?
No, not at all. But
you killed your credit card a little while ago, didn't you?
I did. Well, so I don't use and I don't teach using credit cards for day-to-day expenses. I don't use a credit card for day-to-day expenses. Look, the way that the thing works, most people, most of the time, can't use a credit card and they overspend. And no one thinks they're the one that fits into that, most people. Because the whole thing works because people overspend and they pay interest and that subsidizes the point scheme. My friends, this is what we call a good old-fashioned racket and most people are getting screwed. Now, just live your friggin' life. Flybuys points, they're like, okay, I've got an Amex that the business owns, and it's really good for business because I've got Rach in the team has an Amex, Jess in the team has an Amex, I just got Ryan an Amex. With the traditional
I'll
banks,
take one as well
Yeah,
if
I'll
you're
give
giving him out.
because for me as a business, it's really good because if any of them have to buy something, just sort it out, and they don't have to go into a branch like with flipping ANZ. I had to send someone into a physical branch to sign all this crap. I'm like, I'm not doing this. And then on the thing, it just says, oh, Rach has spent $90. She's bought something awesome.
Yeah.
So from a business point of view, it's so much easier for me to manage cards for my team.
We've got the same card.
Yeah, I think I referred
Yeah,
you to that.
you got the sign-on bonus.
Yeah, baby.
Bonus from
Yeah,
me
baby.
as well.
Sent it to my cousin Jason the other day as well. Got 80 from you, 80 from you, 80. But
That's how you point at.
That's right, baby.
Get other people on
hacking.
credit cards.
no, but so all our subscriptions, like I don't use it. Like with the exception of the team, if they use it, if at the post office or if Ryan needs to buy something for the studio or if Jess needs to or Rach needs to buy some plugins online or something for the audio team, I'm okay with paying the 1% fee or whatever it is because for me, that's just an admin cost. It makes life easy. But I don't use it for anything that I use in the business that has a fee. Like I'm not one that will use it to pay the GST or the bath stuff. I don't care for that.
Numbers, they do not make sense
No.
at all.
However, we've got about 40 grand a year of subscriptions that are primarily US companies like the Google, Slack, Dropbox, Adobe, all this. It's all on the Amex.
Yeah.
So I use it in the business just because it's easy and I do a bit of flying. Like I've got my Qantas Gold thing and I've got my Marriott Bonvoy Platinum and all that. So for me,
You're an enthusiast.
I use the points literally because the best thing to do with points is for actual seats, not for buying a new Dyson hair wrap, not for buying a flippin' new toaster or anything like that. The best value for points are the seat upgrades. And if I'm in Melbourne and I'm coming home late, I'll put my flight in the afternoon. I'll be like, I'll put that upgrade in for business, might be 10, 15,000 points, whatever, get fed on the plane on the way home. It's just, it works. But I do not operate my life around this. I need to optimize points for everything.
But that's the I think a really important point is we all have credit cards for our businesses. We all do the similar thing in our own businesses. We've got subscriptions. It's easier for team members to spend money if they need to, but none of us have it personally.
I do actually have a personal one that because I'm going overseas for a month and I just can't be bothered getting caught out. I just got one.
Yeah. But it's like, I mean, I've got a personal Amex, but I don't use it,
Right.
like at all. It's if nothing else is, working for whatever reason.
But I don't. I just literally day-to-day expenses. I use my bank card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pay cash for everything, and that tells
Yeah.
you something. Two real advisors and one used to be
high
advisor.
phony,
Don't points hack. It tells you, that it's
And
important
I think
not to do that.
the whole points hacking. It's when we always churn cards. It's just going to catch up with you. And you know what? Like 10,000 Qantas points, if you use it for like everyday stuff, like car bookings or gift cards and all that online, it's kind of worth like 40 to 70 cents a point.
Yeah.
Virgin isn't.
Where they're worth less now, aren't they?
Yeah, they keep
Yeah,
on
well,
bringing
they
it.
just
keep
come
on bringing it
down.
yeah.
Virgin ones are worse than Qantas. So if you're going to do points hacking, you'd probably using Qantas.
And Qantas just announced they're reducing it again, right?
Well, yeah, this month, August or September. But the value is when I upgrade, it's basically 10,000 points could be worth up to $1,000. So I don't know. You can do what you want to do, but you've got your first mortgage. Let's get excited about getting settled in the mortgage and not trying to optimize, because the minute you don't have a system, the minute you want to focus on the points, you will overspend because you'll be buying stuff. Oh, we'll put that on the card to get the points.
Our household, we save 10% of our spending annually by changing up our cash flow system. And we've got a family with 3 kids. Like there's a lot of spending in our household,
that's huge.
and we save 10% by getting rid of all our
time.
credit cards and just good cash flow management.
The only other thing Taylor's trying to do by putting all their pays in the offset account, and this is a bit of a salesy thing. You often see it with like a mortgage broker who wants to sell investment properties, and they're talking about the loan structure and how you get your offset account and get your credit card and everything sits in the offset and it offsets everything, right? So you're spending someone else's money while yours is working for the bank, against the bank and for you, right? But
you can actually crunch it on a monthly basis.
Yeah, it makes sense in theory, but behaviorally, again, if your cash all sits in one bucket, it becomes very, very difficult to see what's spendable and what's not. What's it actually there for? Can I afford that holiday? Where's my emergency fund up to? Super confusing. And when confusion comes into your day-to-day spending, it's a disaster waiting to happen.
And I've done this on the fly, so it's probably wrong. So whatever. But you could work it out, like that $10,000 a month offsetting the mortgage, you might only be saving $40 a month of interest by doing that. Now, the question is, the question is, are you overspending $100 or more with the card?
Yeah.
Because there's no psychological pain when you're not using your own money. You'll be more enticed, we'll just put on the card. And I've been there, I've done it. We have it in, we'll throw it on the card, guys, and pay me back, and someone forgets, you don't chase them up, so you're carrying that bag. I did it the other night with my not credit card. Or I'm not good at ordering. There was a few of us had dinner, and I'm like, I'll get some pizzas. It was at the other factory where John's is. We hang out there some Friday nights. I'm like, I'll get pizzas, guys, and there was people coming over. Ordered like $430 worth of pizzas. Like I overcatered. There was lots of pizzas. And I'm like, I'll just get it, guys. Just hook me up. And I think one person gave me $50. Someone else for their family gave me $100. And I think that's all I kind of recouped. I'm like, whatever. But my problem, but I don't care. But it's like these little things, if you were doing it on credit.
Yeah, I'll get the points.
I'll get the
give
points,
me the cash back.
but you don't chase the cash back.
Yeah.
And you don't chase it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. There's 3 people here who don't use credit for day-to-day, and I would hypothesize that we're financially okay. I mean, when I went to Bali in September, because I used the Qantas Business Rewards through the Amex thing, I paid, because I've just got lots of points, I paid return business to Denpasar with Qantas. You would never pay for it with cash, particularly for holidays, but it was like 330,000 points. So pretty expensive for points, but
that sounds like points hacking is a good thing then.
No, I'm saying if you would do the points, they're valuable for flights only, flights only. Yeah. But I don't operate my life.
You accumulated them with the business
just
spending
the ordinary
anyway, right?
course of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, most individuals wouldn't accumulate that much. You're spending $40,000 on subscriptions a year. Most households,
that's right,
aren't spending anywhere near that.
Now, for every, there's probably 20 different money podcasts and 500 people on Reddit who are saying we're dickheads. You can do this, but not everyone is like you. Most people, most of the time, will overspend on their credit card. They'll get caught out with interest payments, and their finances will be in a mess.
Yeah, the wealthier I'm getting, the more cash I'm spending, as in the
physical.
Yeah, as in not physical. I'm just getting rid of all credit.
The more you're trying to control it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, I've been answering these questions and helping people with their budget for years, and you both have. Don't try and get cute and outsmart the system, because it is designed to make you spend more.
Right?
Yeah.
It's all about sucking you in, making it exciting.
Because when I applied for that credit card, because I knew I was traveling, this is the outrageous thing. It's just because I got the Qantas something MasterCard.
Did you give yourself a referral link to sign up personally?
No, unfortunately.
New email address.
This is the outrageous thing. They did it. And I said, because I was just like, oh, whatever, I'll see. And I ticked like, just give me whatever limit. I've reduced it down to like, I think 20 grand limit or something like that. And do you know the limit that they gave me automatically?
With an
What's
income
this
like
on?
yours, wouldn't surprise
On the
me.
Qantas
On
card.
Qantas.
Like
100?
Like 90 grand or something, 88.
$1,000 credit card
I'm
limit.
like, this is freaking, any one of this country's cooked. I'm like,
The Amex doesn't even limit you.
no,
It
I
just
put,
sets you up.
I
You
do
don't
this.
even know.
Yeah, get there. I'll open it up because you can go in. Honestly, I'm full on anti-credit for day to day, but I've got it in the business and it's kind of
We
fun.
flip the script now.
Hey, everyone, in the show
How many
notes,
cards have you
there's
actually
a-
got?
There's a link to my Amex business in the show notes.
Oh, yes.
No, I would never do
Get
that.
those.
How do you do it in the app?
That's how you
mine
point
in.
hack.
This is not an endorsement for Amex. They've wanted to sponsor the show. I will never take money from credit card companies to oh yeah, look at that. Today, Jess Knaus, she did something. It's got her name there. So it's handy. I don't know. Where do you find it, James, where you can put in the spender? Tells you how
The
much.
Amex app?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Go to, I don't even know. There was something where you could try new features.
This is surely getting cut. This is not compelling listening.
It's not compelling listening.
We are boring. Everyone to
boring.
death. Taylor's left the Facebook group.
Taylor's-
She's like, I'm done
she's
with you.
Taylor's just gone. I'm
She's at least
getting a
convinced.
Qantas Amex. I'm into it. I wanted
set
to
up a
find it.
business.
I don't know where it is.
What are you talking about?
Offers,
Offers?
membership, track your earnings, home, statements and activity. Here we go. Spending power. We got there. I'm going to check your spending power. I'm going to put $200,000 in. You reckon?
Where are you?
In the Amex app. Good news. You're likely to be approved
Yeah,
of a
there you go.
$200,000 purchase.
Now you can go
on
and get
Amex.
that Aston Martin.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Try another amount. I'll do 250.
Yeah, I just found it.
Where is it? How do I get there?
It's in.
Good news. I could
just
do
searched.
250.
Search up the top.
I'm going to do 300.
Check spending power.
This is...
Oh, no, it won't let me do 300, but it'll let me do
300?
250.
Okay.
All right. Hey, it's Glenn here. Thank you so much for watching today's video. You made it to the end. Can I ask a favor? Can you hit that like button and maybe hit subscribe if you want to get notified when we release further videos just like this one, whether you watch the Money, Money, Money podcast or Retire Right. And remember, if you want to learn more about investing, I've got an investing book, The Quick Start Guide to Investing, and there's a link in the description to get your hands on a copy. Thank you so much. Bye.